Hello, my friends. Oh, I'm so happy to be with you today. I have a very special story for you today. It's a brand new one to me, and I want to tell you, I really like it a lot. Before I tell you the story, though, I need to ask you if you know what a museum is. Has someone that you love, has a grown-up that you care about, ever taken you to the museum? Here where I live in Pittsburgh, there are many museums. There are museums filled with animals and with stones and gems. There's a museum filled with dinosaur bones. Maybe you saw that one. And there are museums filled with beautiful pieces of art and paintings. Today's book is a story about a real child whose name is Parker, and a trip that Parker's mama took her on to a museum of pictures in Washington, D.C. It's called the Smithsonian and the National Portrait Gallery. Today's book is called Parker Looks Up. And before I even start the story, look at this. That's Parker. That's the story. She helped write this book, and the story is about Parker. She looks really friendly to me. I would like to meet her someday. Here's Parker's story. Parker Looks Up. An extraordinary moment, it's called. Parker Curry loved to dance. Dressed in her favorite tutu, she imagined that she was a dancing queen. But one rainy Tuesday, instead of going to dance class, Parker's mom said, "Let's go to the museum." "Ava too," said Parker. Parker loved visiting the museum almost as much as she loved twirling and leaping in the air. She pulled on her boots. Mom and her sister Ava buttoned up their jackets. "Have fun, girls," their dad said. "Bye, Dad." And off they went. Splashing and smiling. That's Parker and her sister on the way to the museum. Surprise! Gia, Parker's best friend, greeted them from the top of the museum steps. "Yay! It's Gia!" Once inside, the friends hurried down a long hall, looking at the paintings all around them. They saw prancing horses, blooming flowers, a bushy mustache, a shiny jeweled necklace, two peacocks with red eyes, a basket of slimy fish. "Ew," the girls all said. And feathers. Lots and lots of brilliant feathers. When Gia spotted a playroom, she raced ahead. Parker charged after her. "Explore," she said. "Let's make silly faces," said Gia. After Gia stuck purple hair onto the easel, and Parker added a pirate hat and sunglasses, it was time to go home. "Time to go, girls." Skipping down the hall, the girls spied a row of frilly white tutus. Parker raised her arms. Gia spun around and around and around. "Wait for me," Parker called, dancing after her friend, until She froze in her tracks, spellbound. Parker Curry looked up. I wonder what she saw. What do you think she saw when she looked up in the museum? A portrait, a painting of First Lady Michelle Obama loomed before her. She had rich brown skin, just like Parker, and kind, familiar eyes that reminded Parker of her mother, her grandmother, her sister, and yes, even of herself. How could someone look so real and so magical all at the same time? "Who is she?" said Parker. Parker's mother's voice filled the air, her words coming to rest squarely on Parker's tiny shoulders. "She's a mother, a lawyer, a writer. She's courageous, smart, caring, inspirational, a hero, confident, dynamic, honest, an advocate, a volunteer, a mentor, hopeful. She's a friend. She's a sister." "She's a queen," Parker whispered, unable to look away or to move or to breathe. In that moment, Parker saw more than just a portrait. She saw a road before her with endless possibilities. Look at Parker imagining all these different things that she's doing. Playing basketball or the violin or painting or even being an astronaut. Suddenly, Parker felt a small hand in hers, and the spell was broken. "Come, look, Ava," she said, putting her arm around her little sister and standing tall. For Parker Curry was feeling powerful and strong. And even though she hadn't moved, inside, she was dancing. Oh, I hope you liked that story. Parker Curry is a real child, and this is her real story. And the lady in the painting is a real lady who is all of those things. One of the things I like about this book is that at the back of the book, it talks about all the other paintings that Parker saw. Of the man with the mustache and the man with the flowers and the feathers. There's so much to see if we open our eyes. I hope that today you can imagine yourself as someone who is brave and courageous and honest and loving and careful. I hope that when you look around you, you see people who remind you of you, who are all of those things. You remind me of many of those things, and I'm really glad we could be together today. I'm Pastor Dave, and I'll look forward to being with you again tomorrow. Goodbye now.